Hello friends, I am Dr. Anjum Rashid. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will talk about malignant hyperthermia. What is malignant hyperthermia? Malignant hyperthermia is a life-threatening clinical syndrome of hypermetabolism involving the skeletal muscles. It is triggered in susceptible individuals by inhalation anesthetic agents and muscle relaxants such as succinylcholine. Malignant hyperthermia is not an allergy, it is an inherited disorder. Now, what causes malignant hyperthermia? In malignant hyperthermia, ryanodine receptors in the skeletal muscle is abnormal, and this abnormality interferes with calcium release, causing a buildup of calcium in the skeletal muscles. This sustained elevation of calcium in the skeletal muscle cause excessive stimulation of aerobic and anaerobic glycolytic metabolism, which account for the increased carbon dioxide production, metabolic and respiratory acidosis, accelerated oxygen consumption, heat production, and activation of the sympathetic nervous system. In malignant hyperthermia, rhabdomyolysis leads to increased level of potassium, myoglobin, and creatine kinase, as well as edema formation. Elevated serum myoglobin may cause myoglobinuria, and this may damage the kidneys. Now, without treatment, malignant hyperthermia may progress to disseminated intravascular coagulation, multiple organ failure, and even death. Now, what is the inheritance pattern of malignant hyperthermia? Malignant hyperthermia is inherited as an autosomal dominant trait with variable penetrance. Now, a person with this mutation has a 1 in 2 chance of passing the gene to any of his or her children. Now, what is the genetic defect in malignant hyperthermia? It is caused by mutation in 2 genes of the skeletal muscle. First is the RYR1 gene, which is responsible for more than 50% of the cases. It encodes a calcium release channel of sarcoplasmic reticulum, which is known as ryanodine receptor type 1. Now, another gene responsible for malignant hyperthermia is CACNA1S gene. It encodes a subunit of calcium channel of sarcolemma, which is the dihydropyridine receptor. Now, what are the symptoms of malignant hyperthermia? Malignant hyperthermia usually occurs during or after surgery or whenever anesthesia is used as in emergency room or dental procedures. Signs and symptoms of malignant hyperthermia usually occur within first hour after exposure to trigger medication. However, symptoms can be delayed for up to 12 hours. Earliest sign of malignant hyperthermia is an increase in end-tidal carbon dioxide and a low pH. There is also a dramatic rise in body temperature up to 105 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Other symptoms include rapid or painful muscles, especially of the jaw, mottled skin color, flushed skin, and sweating. There is usually an abnormally rapid or irregular heartbeat. There is also rapid or uncomfortable breathing. There may be brown or cola-colored urine and a very low blood pressure or shock. There is also confusion and muscle weakness or swelling occur after the event. In severe cases of malignant hyperthermia, there may be whole body edema, disseminated intravascular coagulopathy with bleeding, and there may be cardiac and renal failure. Now, how to diagnose malignant hyperthermia? Important laboratory findings in malignant hyperthermia include mixed metabolic and respiratory acidosis, hyperkalemia, high serum creatine phosphokinase, elevated serum myoglobin, elevated blood urea nitrogen and serum creatinine, myoglobinuria. ECG in acute hyperkalemia show peak T-wave, premature ventricular contraction, ventricular tachycardia, or even fibrillation. Now, in presence of most or all of the typical symptoms of malignant hyperthermia, this condition can be diagnosed without additional testing. However, it can be confirmed by genetic testing on the blood sample and caffeine halothane contracture test on fresh muscle biopsy. Now, what is the treatment of malignant hyperthermia? Now, immediate causative treatment in the operation theatre include stop the trigger agent and discontinue the vaporizer. Evaluate and manage hypercarbia. Increase respiratory minute volume 2 to 4-fold with 100% oxygen at maximum fresh gas flow. Now, dantrolene is the antidote. It prevents the release of calcium from sarcoplasmic reticulum and restore the metabolism of the skeletal muscles. Its initial dose is 2 mg per kilogram. Now, continue anesthesia with non-triggering drugs and repeat dantrolene until clinically stable. Now, calcium channel blockers should be avoided in the management. Now, inform the surgeon and aim for termination of surgery as soon as possible. Stabilize hemodynamics and start antiarrhythmic therapy if appropriate. Also apply internal and external cooling for high temperature. And extend hemodynamic monitoring, insert arterial line and centrovenous line if needed. Treat metabolic acidosis with soda bicarb, monitor and treat hyperkalemia, monitor muscle compartment for compartment syndrome, and institute measures to prevent rhabdomyolysis-induced renal failure with hydration, soda bicarb and diuretics. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel.